Hi Cedar friends, so today we're going to be reading Oh Say Can You Say What's the Weather Today to kind of go along with what we're learning about, so clouds and rainbows. And as you can see, we're also going to be talking a little bit about rain and wind and all about weather. And this book is by Trish Rabe. I'm the cat in the hat and it's raining, I know, but let's not stay inside. We've got places to go. Where the sunshine is shining, where warm winds are blowing, where lightning is flashing, and where snowflakes are snowing. The weather is changing. Come on, let's get going. First stop is the top of Mount Caracacoo, where they study the weather. That's all that they do. Watching the weather helps everyone know what to wear, where to live, and what food they can grow. Pilots check weather when they fly an airplane. Are they flying in sunshine or clouds filled with rain? Corn grows where it's hot and rice grows where it's wet. And farmers grow what grows best in the weather that they get. Meteorologists forecast the weather and say what kind of weather is headed our way. They send weather balloons floating high in the air to measure how hot or how cold it is there. The air temperature affects weather a lot. Thermometers show if it's cold or it's hot. That's the thermometer, and we're going to be talking about that a little later this week too. And here we go. Here's that wind that we were talking about a couple weeks back. The wind changes weather, and we can see why. It blows clouds along and clears rain from the sky. Anemometers measure how fast the wind goes. A wind vane will show which way the wind blows. So here's the anemometer, and here's the wind vane. On this map of the weather, you'll see it is showing it's sunny in Gret, but in Grugel it's snowing. A strong wind is blowing the snow right toward Gret, and tomorrow the weather in Gret will be wet. The symbols on weather maps show right away what kind of weather we're having today. This symbol means drizzle, this one means rain, and this means it's snowing, this means hurricane. Weather forecasts are important to us. Will we need a jacket to wait for the bus? When clouds form a ring and it circles the moon, sailors know this ring means there's a storm coming soon. A pine cone can forecast the weather. Here's why. It's closed when it's wet and opened up when it's dry. And here's a fact we cannot explain. Frogs croak a lot more when it's going to rain. There are all kinds of clouds you can see in the sky. Cirrus are light, wispy clouds floating by. These right here. Cumulonimbus clouds mean there's a storm on the way, and you see cumulus clouds on a warm, sunny day. When a cloud touches down on the ground, it's called fog, and if it mixes with smoke, then the fog becomes smog. A fun way to learn a cloud's shape is to draw it. We said, that's a cirrus the minute we saw it. And if you looked inside any cloud, you would see the water droplets that bounce all around happily. If the droplets get close, they will soon join together, get heavy and fall, then we're in for wet weather. Water droplets are tiny. This fact made us stop. It takes 1 million droplets to make one raindrop. They fall to the ground, and the Earth's energy turns them to water vapor, which we cannot see. Water vapor floats up and forms a new cloud, and then rain falls from the cloud to the ground once again. And guess what they call this? Give it a trickle. The path of the rain here is called the water cycle. So if you see here, the water starts here, it evaporates up. And then the water droplets come together to form clouds, and when they get heavy, they fall down as rain. Here are some words that we learned on vacation. Rain, snow, sleet, and hail are called precipitation. Try to say that. Water changing to vapor is called evaporation, and vapor changing to water is called condensation. Who invented umbrellas? Well, we don't know who, but umbrellas were first made in China, it's true, out of colorful paper and wood called bamboo. Thousands of years ago they were first made, so out in the sun folks could walk in the shade. When it rained, they put wax on the paper. Here's why. Rain rolled off the wax, which kept folks nice and dry. When air's warmer than freezing, I'd like to explain, water falls from clouds and it falls down as rain. When air's freezing cold, it's important to know water falls from the clouds, but it falls down as snow. And if you magnify snowflakes the way that we are, you will see that each one is a 6-pointed star. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are made up of crystals, and each one you find is like no other snowflake. It is one of a kind. The desert is dry in the air, and the reason is clear. Its rainfall is less than 10 inches a year. Here is a word, and we both like to rhyme it. The weather a place has the most is its climate. And how do you keep cool when you live in a land that is hot, dry, dusty, and covered in sand? Do you remember when we talked about the desert, how people try and keep calm and cool in the hot, hot air? Loose-fitting clothes let breezes blow through, and light colors bounce the sun's rays off of you. And where on earth is it coldest, meteorologists say? Antarctica is freezing cold every day. Land covered in ice and deep drifting snow, the air is so cold that plants cannot grow. And how thick is this here? This made us think quick. We are standing on ice 7,000 feet thick. We used a thermometer, and now we know in the air it is colder than deep in the snow. In a tropical jungle, it's hot and it's wet. If you go there to visit, you soon start to sweat. The weather is humid, which makes you feel icky. The air is full of water, and that's why you feel sticky. Air conditioners help you feel better, and here's why. Cold air holds less water, so you can feel cool and dry. In a thunderstorm, first you will hear lightning flash, and next you'll hear thunder go rumble and crash. And to find out how far thunderstorms are from you, try this easy trick. It's a fun thing to do. Start counting when you see a lightning bolt flash, and then stop counting when you hear the next thunder crash. Take that number, divide it by 5, and when you do, it's the number of miles that storm is from you. Lightning's electric. One flash is so strong, it can light every light in your house all year long. But thunder won't hurt you, but lightning could. So, here are a few things we would like you to know. Lightning strikes what is tallest, so take it from me, in a thunderstorm, never stand under a tree. If you're out in a field and you have no place to go, get as small as you can and then scrunch way down low. Stay inside your car. If there's lightning around, it flows over your car and down into the ground. If strong winds are blowing with hard driving rain, you may be in the middle of a hurricane. Winds blow in a circle, both night and day, knocking lots of things down that get in their way. Remember, we said some winds can be so strong they can knock trees over and houses. It can be very dangerous. Here's a hurricane fact that's a favorite of mine. There could be lots of hurricanes at the same time. So, each one gets a name. Andrew, Agnes, or Dora, Lenny, Diana, Mitch, Bertha, or Flora. They each get a name, so there's never a doubt which hurricane people are talking about. Hurricanes blow things down, but I learned from thing 2, tornadoes blow harder than hurricanes do. A tornado picks up everything it goes by, like a huge vacuum cleaner way up in the sky. It spins like a top, twirling round and around, pulling trees, cars, and houses right off of the ground. And once in a tornado, a chicken was tossed. She landed safely, but her feathers were lost. It's important to study the weather. It's true, we cannot control it, whatever we do. The sun may be shining, the sky a bright blue, but then suddenly rain will start falling on you. Or the sky may be filled with dark storm clouds, and then the sun will break through and shine down once again. You see, weather keeps changing, but one thing we know, it makes life exciting wherever you go. The end. Alright, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys later.